Finally got round to watching Captain America BNW. This movie was ruined off-screen. Pre- and post-production were a mess of trying to shoehorn various ideas together with the footage they'd shot and some reshoots. Just a shitty mess. The actors did the best they could, but this film shows exactly why art by committee doesn't work. Yeah, it was a pretty big disappointment. It underwent major rewrites, and the plot felt very stitched together. It was honestly a miracle it was as competent as it was. Sadly, it feels like an airplane movie. Really no redeemable rewatch value. Agreed, I really didn't like Captain America BNW at all. It was pretty disappointing to me. Not only did it underutilize Leader after we waited over a decade to see him after the Incredible Hulk and wasted Red Hulk right at the end of the movie, yet used that as the main hook in the trailers, I think that Giancarlo Esposito's character and his Serpent terrorist group just should have been the main villains instead of just being in the beginning. Sam didn't have a story. Movie is dead on arrival. I didn't feel sorry for Ross at all. Throughout the movie, he complains about wanting to fix everything, but he doesn't do anything about it. He fires Sam for reasons that aren't his fault, breaks his word to the leader, and disregards his promises about a fair division of the adamantium. And I didn't take into account the fact that his drama was far-fetched. After all, he let the Hulk go, and no one had ever accused him of hunting Bruce, and he even became Secretary of State, and his Char Act. It was by far my least favorite MCU movie. It made Love and Thunder look like Citizen Kane. The way they used Giancarlo Esposito in the movie is a complete waste. I really liked Sam as Falcon, he worked well. Since he became Cap, they've not fleshed him out at all, and that's a big problem. They've not given us a reason to care about him beyond he's a good guy, which he undoubtedly is, but they've almost gone too far with it. The only time they sort of expanded him a bit in the film was when he was talking to Joaquin in the hospital. In FATWS, they showed us more of where he's from, his family and backstory, but they've forgotten all of that, and now he's just... Falcon is a great side character, but is just not interesting enough to carry a film or film series as the headliner like Steve Rogers, Iron Man, or Black Panther. They all have hooks that make them interesting and can make you suspend your disbelief at what you are seeing. Steve Rogers can fight against the things he can fight against because of the super serum. Iron Man because of his super intelligence and technology. Black Panther because of the heart-shaped herb and some technology. So he was mostly existent? There is nothing weirder in this film than barely there Betty Ross, who is also a major plot device. If she's important, just recast her. With a new Banner and Thunderbolt Ross anyway, that just makes more sense. I was so bored by this movie. My worst Marvel TBH. Captain Israel ruined the movie for me. I'm gonna go against the grain here and say that I think it's actually a much better movie with a lot more to say than it gets credit for. But if I'm criticizing it, I think both the women in the movie are underwritten to the point of confusion. Like, if you're going to underwrite them both, either make them the same character or add some depth. This is just a personal gripe. This isn't something the movie had to do, but it's weird that it didn't. Joaquin gets blown out of the sky just like Saw. It was just an awful film memo. For the most part, one thought it looked quite shit. There were no compelling characters at all, the action was mid at best, and Sam somehow beat Red Hulk just by giving him a talking to. RLY disappointing. I didn't think it was terrible. It had a bit too much going on and telegraphed its third act in the first 10 minutes / gave a lot away in trailer, but the cast were good, and it had some exciting action. My biggest gripe was the isn't it obvious? I'm the hero, when he could have said, I'm the leader. What a huge miss. I felt the exact same way on every point you made there. I wanted to like it. Harrison Ford as Ross was the best thing about it. Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie, but like you said, it's pretty much 100% wasted potential. 100% agree with all of this. I liked it, but it felt like a TV movie. If it had been a Disney Plus original or aired on ABC, I think it would have been more liked. I like Anthony Mackie as an actor, but forgive me when I say there are much more compelling and interesting black actors that could be Captain America. Mackie is a good actor, but I think all of these actors sort of settle into their own personality in these repeat roles, like Scarlet Witch losing her accent and having an American accent after a while, Iron Man becoming a loving married family man character instead of alcoholic playboy, Hulk being a sedate, talky, non-intellectual guy, Professor. What's with all the book report posts lately? How many people were actually surprised by Harrison Ford turning into Red Hulk? Close to nobody, right? The climax of the movie hinges on this reveal, and it's such a weak twist because most people know it's coming, and frankly, who cares anyways? A minor character becoming another Hulk. This might as well be the story to a random episode in She-Hulk. The movie's own trailer shows peaks of Red Hulk, and people are familiar with the comics. Red Hulk should have been a reveal early/midway into. Whoever hired Esposito for one scene as a minor villain of the movie should be fired. Of all the actors, why him to play a minor villain? I actually really enjoyed The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and rewatched it a couple of times. I wanted to like BNW, but it was just okay. Seen it twice, which is usually my minimum before making a judgment on MCU films, but I'm not sure when I'll go back to it.